Dear friends, I want to speak today to the weary, to the burdened, to those whose hearts are heavy and whose spirits feel crushed under the weight of life. I want you to know something tonight that can change everything God sees you. He knows the exhaustion you carry, the battles you fight in silence, the tears no one else witnesses. And I tell you this with every ounce of truth in my heart, help is coming. God is not blind to your struggles. He is not deaf to your prayers. He knows you are tired. And He is preparing to send relief, restoration, and strength into your life. There are seasons in life when the weight of the world feels unbearable. You wake up in the morning already weary, and by the time the day ends, your spirit feels crushed. You may feel like you've carried your burdens for far too long. You may be asking yourself, how much longer, Lord? How much longer must I endure this trial? Let me tell you something tonight. God knows. He sees every tear. He hears every sigh. He feels every ache in your heart. Sometimes we forget that our struggles are not invisible to the Almighty. He is not a distant God sitting in heaven with folded arms watching us stumble. No, He is near. He is attentive, and His timing is perfect, even when you cannot see it. He is moving behind the scenes, orchestrating circumstances that will bring breakthrough. You might be thinking, I've prayed, I've hoped, I've held on, and nothing seems to change. But I assure you, God's help is not late. It is always right on time. You may not understand the waiting period, but remember, God is never careless with your life. Every challenge, every delay, every moment of waiting is part of His plan to bring something greater than you could imagine. The Bible reminds us that God's grace is sufficient, that His strength is made perfect in our weakness. When you feel like you cannot go another step, His power carries you. When your heart is heavy, His presence comforts you. And when your spirit is broken, His love heals you. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. The very one who created the stars knows your name. He knows the weight on your shoulders. And tonight, I want you to hear this with clarity and conviction. Your help is on the way. Do not give up now. Do not lose hope. Even when life seems dark, even when doors appear closed, God is preparing an opening. He is sending resources, people, opportunities, and miracles to meet your need. Sometimes help comes in ways you do not expect. It may be a friend, a word of encouragement, a sudden provision, or a spiritual awakening in your heart. God's ways are higher than our ways, and His timing is perfect. So lift your eyes, lift your heart. Do not allow weariness to define you. Let faith rise within you and trust that God knows exactly what you need, and He is sending it. Hold on just a little longer. Keep praying, keep believing, keep moving forward. The very one who knows your exhaustion is the same one who will give you strength beyond measure. Help is coming, and it will arrive in His perfect time. And when it comes, you will look back and say, I was tired, I was weak, I was weary, but God's help arrived, and it was more than I ever imagined. Tonight, let your hearts be encouraged. Lift your eyes to heaven. God knows you are tired, and He is sending help. There are moments in life when the weight on our shoulders feels far too heavy to carry. The burdens of daily life, the struggles of our hearts, the disappointments, and the moments when we feel utterly alone can leave us exhausted and weary. And yet, I want you to hear this tonight. God sees you. He sees the struggles that no one else notices. He sees the tears that fall when no one is around. He knows the moments when your heart feels crushed and your spirit seems ready to give up. You may feel invisible, overlooked, forgotten, but let me tell you tonight, nothing escapes the eyes of God. Every sigh, every ache, every lonely night is known to Him. It's easy to feel like no one understands our pain, that no one knows the depth of our weariness. Perhaps your family doesn't see it. Perhaps your friends don't notice, but God sees it all. He sees the sleepless nights when you lie awake with worry pressing down upon you. He sees the moments when your faith feels weak, when doubt creeps into your mind, when fear threatens to steal your joy. God is not distant or detached from your suffering. He is near. He is not far from your life. He is intimately acquainted with every struggle, every tear, and every sigh that escapes your lips. And friends, I want you to understand something crucial. God's awareness is not passive. He is not watching from afar with indifference. He sees because He cares. He sees because He loves you. In the midst of your exhaustion, He is attentive to your needs. He knows your heart better than you know yourself. He knows how long you've carried the weight, how many times you've tried to push through, how many times you've whispered, "I can't do this anymore." And He says, "I see you, my child, and I will not leave you to bear this burden alone." There is a promise in Scripture that God is near to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Tonight, if you feel worn down, if you feel weak, if you feel like you've reached the end of your strength, listen carefully. He sees you. He knows every hidden struggle. He is aware of every tear. And because He sees you, He will act. His eyes are on you, not to judge, not to condemn, but to bring comfort, to provide strength, to offer help that your heart desperately needs. Even when you cannot feel His presence, even when it seems like the world has forgotten you, God has not. The Creator of the universe, the one who spoke the stars into existence, knows your name. He knows the battles you fight in silence. He knows the weight you carry. And tonight, I want you to hold on to that truth. The God who sees your weariness is the same God who will lift you up. He is not blind to your pain. He is not deaf to your cries. He is fully aware, and He will not forsake you. So lift your heart tonight and let the truth sink in deep. God sees you. He knows you, and He cares about every part of your life, even the parts that feel too heavy for anyone else to notice. He is watching, He is aware, and He is ready to act on your behalf in ways beyond what you can imagine. There are times in life when we lift our hands in prayer and our hearts cry out to God. Yet it seems as if no one is listening. We whisper our fears, our doubts, our needs, and our deepest longings, and then we wait, and we wait some more. Perhaps you felt that way tonight. You've poured your heart out in the quiet of your room. You've prayed with trembling lips, tears streaming down your face, and still, it feels like the heavens are silent. But I want to tell you tonight, with all the power in my heart, that God hears your prayers, every single one. No prayer is too small, no cry too insignificant, no sigh too quiet for Him to notice. He hears you, He knows you, and He cares deeply about the words you speak and the words you cannot speak. Sometimes we doubt whether our prayers matter. We look at the world around us, the suffering, the pain, the brokenness, and we ask ourselves, does God even hear me? Does He even care? The answer is a resounding yes. God does care. God does hear. The Bible tells us that the very hairs on your head are numbered. And if He knows the smallest details of your life, do you think He will ignore your prayers? No, my friends, he listens